Y'all, I really despise Harrison. If I can be honest with you, he gripes all of my gears. Like, I just don't ask him no questions. Don't ask Dexter a damn question, let alone why aren't you in jail? Harrison, why aren't you in jail?
Only apply that. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, apply that. Love a bone, give along, need it. I don't want no trip, baby, spray like
Here. My name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related, and I am here to put you on, okay? Guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back today to talk Dexter Dexter Resurrection, Season 1, Episode 5, Murder Horny. I don't like being right about everything. I say this all the time because it still stands to be true. I don't like being right about everything. But again, I was right about Lady Vengeance. I was right about Lady Vengeance. We can't trust that hoe. Could never trust her. Secondly, she has no damn code. She does it because she's a killadilla, period. But you guys, this was another really, really good episode of Dexter Resurrection. Again, I'm not disappointed at this point, and I needed this. We needed good TV, you guys. Oh, a lot of stuff has been suffering lately. It's been a drought in the good TV streets. But of course, we know at the end of episode 4, Dexter taps on Harrison's shoulder to prevent Harrison from blowing up his world all over again. Because one thing Harrison's going to do is have some guilt and be in a situation. I loved in this episode that we actually finally get the realization from Dexter that my son is not like me. We are two different people, right? Bound by two different things. And this is just what it is. And so we're having the conversation, and, Harrison's really just blaming Dexter for everything that happened, asking him why he's not in jail. Dexter takes all the blame, all the onus, and says, listen, I made you do it. I told you to pull the trigger. I told you how to do everything. It wasn't your fault. And, Harrison's like, you have no idea what, being in the woods that day did to me. And Dexter says, I know. I apologize, whatever. Anyway, you're not the same. Harrison is a sniveling wretch, and I get it, right? He was born in blood just like Dexter, but he's not Dexter. He still has a lot of his mother's humanity, and I mean, I like that in a character. I just need Harrison to wise up and see where his help comes from. You see what I'm saying? Dexter says, of course, that he made him do it, and that, again, he's taking the full ownership of everything. And my thing is, how the hell are you blaming him for you killing him? And how are you blaming him for you killing Ryan Foster and keeping the watch as a memento, Harrison? Harrison's got to take some personal accountability one way or another. Harrison does let Dexter know that Batista came to see him, and that Batista made him believe that Dexter was still dead. And so Dexter's immediately like, Lord, I know I'm going to some way have to deal with this in some moment. He doesn't say that exactly, but we understand that. We get it. We get it. While all this is going on, Harrison's racked with guilt. Dexter is just kind of grateful to have seen him again. Harrison goes his own way, and Dexter now has to get back to the business, right? Because no one understands me. Lady Vengeance understands me. So let me call her, and she's not bad looking either. Let me see what that coot nanny do. Let me see what she's into today and tonight, and go from there. Prater is all over the news because he's hosting a big gala, and we find out that he was raised in a foster home. When he made his first million, he bought the property, and he's really a philanthropist and this whatever. We even saw old girl from 60 Minutes, the Stahl, I think her name is. We see Wallace calls Harrison back because Harrison had called before he was about to enter the police station the day before, but hung up the phone. And she's like, well, what did you want? Well, come on in. Because actually, you're still a suspect, and let me talk to you. And so they're talking, and he's like, I'm still a suspect? Well, yeah. Well, can I go? Yeah, you can leave. You're not under arrest, but just know I'm still watching your ass, because Wallace is a dog with a bone. I really hope there's more to her. They really were heavy-handed with her character the first couple of episodes, so I'm hoping that they subvert our expectations in some way with her, and not she's just a full do-gooder, but that she has a darker side, or maybe even just a really good backstory I'd be interested in. So Dexter and Lady Vengeance get together, and she wants to do a double job. Let's do it together. Let's collab. Let's have a collab moment. I want to see your process. And he's like, well, I don't see how our, victims align. She's like, oh, it doesn't matter. Immediately, Dexter's like, oh, this hoe doesn't have a code. Okay, she's not like me. She's not like me. She's like, the world wants to believe that women who kill need a reason or a motivation, but what's wrong with me just liking the kill? And he's like, yeah, yeah, I'm going to have to take you out. Blessing's mama is falling out at the house. Dexter has to help her up and help her in. And we find out that she knows she's on her way out. She knows it. And she wants to enjoy the time that she has left. And Blessing's having a really, really hard time with it. And Dexter's kind of sitting in awe. She's one of the only people he said that have welcomed death. On all the people that he's taken out, he also orders his new slides, honey, because he's back in business. And he says he's going to keep his slides. They bring him joy, and he's going to do what he needs to do. We do see a softer side of Charlie this episode, again, played by Uma Thurman. And she is visiting her mother, who has glioblastoma, the C word. And clearly it looks very, very bad, looks terminal, and she's there for her. And I think this may be her distraction, because I'm very curious. I always wondered what her motivation is. Clearly, it's now taking care of her mother, but there's definitely more to it than that. Harrison, don't ask me what I want, you little maniac. I think that Dexter and Harrison's relationship, we've got to get that worked out, because right now it's incredibly annoying. The dynamic, that angsty son who hates their dad, I need that to be over. I need us to go somewhere else with the narrative. Like, I think we can. I think we have the capability to do that. Lady Vengeance, to me, knows that he's the Bay Harbor Butcher. I think she's got a knowing and understanding of it. The Miami thing, like, she was asking questions, and I was sitting there like, she knows. And I think she wanted to do this collab kill just to make sure. So they decide that they're going to go out. He has a kill bag in his trunk. They're going to go and do the ride share thing. She's going to do a ride along with him. And so she picks one randomly, and he's like, that's not how this works. He sends him on. And she's like, you don't want to do this with me. You don't want to do this in front of me. Fine. I thought you were different. But you're not, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to still get my kill tonight. And so immediately Dexter's like, I know what I got to do. I can't let her take nobody out, but it's also going to look crazy if I kill her and Lowell is dead too. What am I going to do? So, Dexter's not above a good old setup. So she gets a man in the apartment. He goes into her house before, of course, because she did let it slip that she does all her jobs in the house. He sets up her apartment, opens up the blinds, cops a squad across the way, lets her get the man with the what is it, ball gag, whatever, on her rack where she's about to go in. Her mementos are all out. Everything is completely set up. Got the bleach and got the watch from Harrison to sit in her apartment, because let's just wrap this up. Let's put it all on Lady Vengeance and let's call it a day and give Harrison a fresh start. And that's what a real father does. You look out for your child. You set them up for the future. You give them a new lease on life if you can. And so Dexter's over there. He calls the police, and the police took a long time to get there. I honestly thought she was going to end that guy before they got there. But of course they get there, they arrest her, and now Prater knows that she's locked up, so we got to dispose of her. No loose ends. She knows too much. So Charlie gets in and is like, listen, kind of know what's going to have to be. Well, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to do anything. But we all know what's going to happen with this situation. I'm absolutely here for it. I will say this, that Lady Vengeance looked like Cruella de Vil that night. And the bouncer saying, oh, you look so good, girl. Like, she looked like Cruella de Vil. She really, really did. My thing is, after all that is said and done, Harrison sees on the news that the watch was found there. Foster did it. Wallace is going to have to wrap this up. And my thing is, Harrison, call your father and say thank you. Say thank you. Just say thank you and shut up. But you guys, again, Dexter Resurrection, episode 5, Murder Horny. Great episode, great TV. If you're not watching, what are you doing? Go and watch it. And I will be back next week to talk about episode 6. If you haven't already, do me the biggest favor, like this video, drop a comment, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Also subscribe, because that should have been like the first thing that you did. But love you bunches, and I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.